I'm Joseph Allen Woods, but you can just call me Allen. And my company does brand strategy, graphic design, and development for different people.
What made you decide to be one of the founders of the Now Business Bootcamp?
Actually, what happened, I was working with Chisa on the branding for the Silver Center, and we decided that there needed to be something for entrepreneurs where they could go and get kind of an intense training, I guess, for businesses that needed to grow or businesses that, people wanted to start a business. So it was one of those things where out of necessity we decided that we would go ahead and just go ahead and do that. I went to another entrepreneur conference last year, and there were a couple things that I kind of felt were missing, and I decided that I would kind of fill the void and do a conference that kind of covered some of those other things. It's important because a lot of businesses just don't have the information. The Bible says that our people perish for a lack of knowledge, and I feel like businesses perish for the same reason. They don't have the information, so a lot of businesses fail because they just don't know what they need to do to succeed. A lot of the people were just people I have relationships with, people who are friends of mine, people who are, all of them are entrepreneurs first and foremost. Or, for the financial panel, there were people who were specifically working in the field, so they're actively engaged in their areas. But I wanted people with unique perspectives that were completely different. So, for example, on the financial panel, we had a branch manager, a personal finance guy, and we had people who work in lending and loans, and then we just had an entrepreneur who just provides, services for other entrepreneurs as far as helping find money. So we just wanted a lot of different perspectives all in one room, so that we didn't want to tell people how to do it necessarily. We wanted them to come in and get information and kind of take that information and filter through it to find what they needed to help them and kind of move forward with that information. The format was more so Chisa's idea as far as making it a boot camp. My contribution to that was making sure that everybody could attend all the sessions, because at the conference I went to last year, there were a lot of sessions that were going on at the same time that forced you to choose, and there were things that I didn't want to miss, but I had to miss because I was in a session that I thought would be a little more valuable, and I didn't want people to have to make that choice. So we just decided to kind of combine them together, put everybody in one room where everybody could get everything, but keep the topics general enough that they would benefit people who were brand new as entrepreneurs or people who had been entrepreneurs for a long time, but it would be cohesive enough that wherever you were, you could get that information and kind of apply it to your brand. It was really difficult to put together. With it just being two people coordinating basically something that would be an entirely different job or business, it forced me to even extend the hours that I normally work as an entrepreneur and do even more hours, so there were challenges of finding sponsorships, it wasn't really a challenge to find the speakers so much, because we had relationships with a lot of them already, or they were connected to people that we did have relationships with, or they just came highly referred and, said yes early. So that the speakers were easy. Finding sponsors was a little more difficult. Exhibitors were difficult, and those were the people who have to spend money. So it's a little more difficult because it wasn't there's not like a proven model. Like, it's the first year for the conference, so there wasn't an example to look back and say, yeah, this is what we did last year. So exhibitors were like, I don't know, because I don't know what the attendance is going to be like, so that was kind of the issue.